A brazen smash and grab robbery caught on video. The video you have to see. Everywhere at 5, Angie Rodriguez with the clues that could help police track down those brazen thieves.
What looks like a quiet night at a closed gas station quickly becomes a chaotic crime scene. Thieves back a van right into this BP in Westlake, not once, but twice. Their target, the ATM inside.
One van they used to crash into the store. The other van they used to load up the ATM and escape.
It sounds like a plot from a movie. Watch. Seconds before the smash and grab, 2 stolen vans pull into the parking lot on Columbia and Detroit early Monday morning. One crashes into the store, the other is the getaway car.
They were only in there for about 45 seconds. It was very quick.
All right, van's unoccupied. Let's get some more units here for mutual.
By the time Westlake police showed up, the thieves and the ATM were long gone.
They didn't choose it at random. It is easy getaway, easy to get there, easy to get away, and a quick highway jaunt to either Cleveland or Lorain.
Captain Vogel believes that the suspects could have just been released from prison, getting out and committing the same crimes again.
I'm sure somebody saw something or somebody working on an ATM in their backyard, because there's a safe on the ATM. Somebody's going to have to use some tools to break into this safe. And eventually, I'm sure it's going to be abandoned somewhere.
Westlake PD did retrieve the second stolen van after it was found abandoned in Cleveland. However, they need your help in identifying who pulled this daring heist off. If you know anything, call Westlake Police right away. In Westlake, Angie Rodriguez, 19 News.